Habits. Oh, habits. I used to be kind of allergic to habits. Like, I didn't want there to be something I had to do every single day because it felt restricting to me and felt like the opposite of freedom. And freedom is very, very important to me. And so I've kind of went through phases throughout my life. Like, sometimes I rebel on habits. Sometimes I have really good ones in place. But when I really started growing my business and, diving into the things that it took to grow a business, I realized that I have to have habits in place to make my life run the way I want it to run, to get where I want to be, and to be the person that I want to be. And I'm here today because there are 5 habits that I think everybody should be incorporating into their daily life, into their weekly life, into their life in general to make their life better. Like, truly, I truly believe this is a thing. And as someone who kind of used to be allergic to habits, I know that sometimes this kind of stuff sounds like woo-woo and frilly, but if you want to hit the goals you have for yourself, if you want to live the life you want to live, I truly, truly think that it kind of starts in the habit arena. So let's talk about these 5 habits because I think you're going to like them. Hey, howdy, hey, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Hello, I just want to squeeze your little cheeks. Okay, so we have to address a few things. One, yes, I'm wearing a thingy-majigger on my shirt, and it's actually, I just got the wireless Go Rode, I said that backwards, the Rode Wireless Go mic system, and I think I'm going to be really pumped to use it, but having this thing on my shirt is obnoxious. So I did get a lavalier mic that's going to plug into it so this can like be hooked to me, but it's not here yet, so you get to see this because I'm trying out the audio. You know what I mean? YouTuber. Always got to be testing new things. And my desk is never clean enough for me to share it in the background. So you're welcome for that today. 2, I actually cleaned my office on Sunday. I'm filming this on Tuesday, and I actually cleaned it on Sunday. It stayed pretty clean. The part of my desk you can't see, like right here out of frame, is a little messy, but not terribly bad. Okay, so you're here to learn about the habits you need to change your life. And number 1 is probably one of the most annoying ones I'm gonna say, and you're gonna wanna smack me, but it's okay. You can like pretend or imagine that you did. But the first habit that will literally change your life is to start your day your way. What I mean by this is don't let the world wake you up. You need to wake up to the world. Now, that doesn't mean you have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning or 4:30 or 5:30 or 6. I don't care what time you wake up. But if you have kids and they're waking up at whatever time and you wake up 5 minutes before you have to like start the rush of the morning, you are waking up to the world, and that is not a productive type of morning. Now, I don't think you have to wake up an hour before everybody else. I don't think you have to wake up an hour before you actually need to be doing anything, but you do need to give yourself a little bit of time in the mornings before you really have to get started. I think that's kind of the point. If you have to wake up at 7 to be at work by 8, then wake up at 6:30 and give yourself a 30-minute buffer to not feel rushed and to be able to do things that are important to you in the morning. Starting your day your way means you can incorporate things that are really important to you. Maybe you really want to start exercising in the morning. Maybe you really want to do yoga. Maybe you really want to meditate. Maybe you really want to journal. But either way, establishing a morning routine that works for you and sets you up for the day ahead is so, so, so key. So start your day your way. Second habit, plan for the day / the week / the month ahead of time. If you will plan your week ahead on Sunday or the Friday before, or you will plan your day ahead the night before, or you will plan the month ahead, the month before, you're going to be a step ahead of the game. You're going to know what's coming. You're not going to be blindsided by things you forgot about, and you're going to be able to make the most of the time you are given. So y'all know, not only am I an entrepreneur and all the things that fall under that hat, but I'm a mom. And, my time is more limited than someone who doesn't have kids because I have to go get them from school. I actually need to be present with them and not be, working all the time. And so For me, if I look at the week ahead and I say, okay, my kids are going to be home on this day, I need to take a lighter work day that day, or I need to find some fun activities for them to do, or whatever, then I can not be angry at the fact that they're home and I'm not getting the work done I thought I was going to get done that day. And that's just one example. But planning your day ahead means you're going to be more productive. It means that you're going to get more done. I promise. Okay, third thing. And again, this is one of those eye roll habits, but I swear that it's life-changing. And that is to incorporate some type of personal development at least every week. I'm not saying you have to do something every day or listen to something or read something every day, but at least every week be incorporating some type of personal development into your day-to-day life. So maybe that is reading a physical book, maybe that's listening to an audiobook, maybe that's listening to a podcast or watching YouTube videos like this one. They're going to help you feel like you can do bigger and better things. It's kind of like having your own personal hype squad behind you when you have personal development worked into your schedule, because then it's you never lose that momentum and you never lose that thought that you can do these things. You can do it. You can go after those big goals. And I think that's really, really important. The fifth habit that I think you need to be doing every single day and incorporating into your life is to create time for white space or create time to think. Just be alone with your thoughts. The world and life is so noisy. We're constantly being hit with the news and social media and other people's opinions and the things we think we should do. But in all reality, we know in our heart of hearts what we should be doing, and we also know what's best for us. And sometimes it takes thinking and having that white space to be able to say, okay, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do this. And I think if we don't give ourselves that, then we set ourselves up for being burnt out and for feeling really inundated with the opinions of everybody else. So some ways to do this, or some ways that I do this, is, going on walks by yourself so that, you're the only thought happening in that moment. I don't listen to music, I don't listen to podcasts. I go for walks by myself very, very regularly, especially in the warm months. And that way I am giving myself just time to think. I'm opening up my brain a little bit and letting myself think through things, or, kind of problem solve things that I didn't even know needed to be problem solved, right? Another way that I do this is driving by myself and not having any noise on. So I really don't think I realized how much I needed quiet drive time until I had kids. So now it's something that I incorporate a lot. So if I'm going to drive somewhere, odds are I'm not going to listen to anything while I'm doing it, unless I just feel like I want to listen to a personal development book or a podcast or whatever. But a lot of times I will just sit in silence, especially if I'm not going very far, and I can use that time to create white space in my own brain. Taking a bath by yourself, doing a yoga practice that's not guided so you can be alone with your thoughts, exercising in a way that you don't need an instructor so you can be alone with your thoughts. There's a lot of different ways to do this, but creating white space and room to think throughout the day is, it's literally pivotal. Okay, this next one, you've heard it 10,004 times. You've read it in every personal development book. You've heard it on every YouTube channel. You've heard it on every podcast. Anybody you've ever heard speak about personal development or habits or, being your best self or whatever has told you this. But I'm going to do it anyway because I do think it's that important. And that is to move your body in some way every single day. Now, I'm not saying you have to do CrossFit or run marathons, but go for a walk every day. And actually, you can combine your move your body habit with your create white space habit if you really want to. Or you can combine your move your body habit with your personal development habit. So it's not like it's going to take that much more time for you. But in some way, shape, or form, you should be moving your body every single day, whatever that looks like for you. I have been consistently working out for 7 years. And it's probably one of my favorite habits that I have kept for a really long time. So, do I work out every single day? Probably no, but I do something to kind of just give me that like movement every single day. Sometimes it's just like literally walking around my house or walking around my town if I'm at my studio in town, like while I've got a free minute. Sometimes while my kids are playing in the yard, I will walk back and forth on our street. So I can still see them, but I'm getting some movement in. Sometimes it's a hard Peloton workout. Sometimes it's an easy one. Sometimes it's weightlifting. It really doesn't matter, but you need to be moving your body in some way every single day. It gets those endorphins pumping, hashtag Elle Woods. It helps you feel better. It gives you more energy, all the things. And going back to habit number 2 of planning out your day and your week ahead of time, if you will do that, it won't be as easy to like skip those workouts because they'll be in the schedule. So for me, I know every single day where a workout fits into my schedule. And that way it's not hard for me to say, okay, it's time for me to go work out. Like this is my workout time, So if you can schedule it into your day, it is gonna be really, really easy. Hopefully this will get you on a good start of the habits that I think everybody needs. I don't care what your business is or your job or your life looks like. These are habits that I think everybody needs to have. And so hopefully these get you started on the right path, and it will just be a snowball from there, because habits are, I think, one of the keys to living the life you want to live and working the way you want to work. Because once we set these up, they get really easy and everything else kind of comes to fruition because our habits set up the life we wanted and everything else kind of fits in. So I'd love to know what kind of habits y'all have, like on an everyday, every week kind of basis. I'd love to hear about them. Something that makes you more productive, something that makes you feel good. I would love to chat that out in the comments below because I'd love to hear what everybody else is doing. And until next time, bye y'all.